I hope this is capturing the sound.
Yeah, it's capturing everything.
Yes, it should be doing it. Okay.
What's going on, folks?
What's going on? So, I wanted to share a game. This game, I played it pretty recently.
Incredible, guys. Very good.
I played this game pretty recently against Stockfish level 8.
Yeah.
And
the thing is, we just started playing chess, and like with for how long? For like maybe like 3-4 months.
About 3
2
months. Oh yeah, pretty much.
And
you know,
this guy has made some leaps and bounds of it.
Pretty much. Whoa! Didn't mean to do that.
What can you make him do this? No. What? What?
You can also just hold this.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Okay, so basically, yeah, I played black. Stockfish was white, and yeah, I'll just go through all the moves and see if I can explain to you the process in case you're just getting started and would like to improve. Maybe I can help you out a bit. You know. Okay, let's start. So, Stockfish played c4.
Very irrational, very weird move. Like it's not.
Well, it is a move. It's not like it's moves. And anyway, so I responded with the e6. I mean, sorry. So with the ideas of this, to meet the pawn, so that if it takes. And so of course white responds with this, and I think I pre-moved this, which might not have been the best idea at the time, but it turned out to work out. It turned out to work out pretty well. So white played a d4, and you know, I'm just meeting my pawn in the center, avoiding perhaps a push of my black pawn to meet it to attack his knight. So
we're just developing pieces here.
I pinned the knight.
Pin the knight to the king.
And yeah, Stockfish responds with
very natural move.
a3. Very natural. The probably the most common move here. Another different move in case you want to mix it up a bit is bishop to d2.
Yeah, and you can always take the knight with your bishop, but we wanted to preserve our pieces, so.
Yeah,
next move.
He helped me out a bit. That's why he's saying we. So we. Oh, I did. Wait, did I take?
No. Wait, what?
I didn't fucking take that.
Yeah. Okay. So it was just.
Oh right, it was just showing the best move. So.
Okay. No, not the best move.
I mean, well, this was the best move. In fact.
Yeah. So.
I played this.
The thing is, the Stockfish, it's telling you the best move that you know that Stockfish thinks is the
would have
best
played.
move. Yeah.
But seeing as I beat Stockfish.
Yeah.
I think I have the upper hand here in what is a good move. Stockfish thinks this is an inaccuracy. I don't fully agree with that. But yeah, Stockfish made an inaccuracy of its own by pushing this random H pawn here.
Well, it's not random. It's preventing you from, when he actually develops his knight, you can't pin with your bishop. So.
Well, no, but see, I've already done that on this side, and there's no point in doing that the second time. So, again, inaccuracy. It says I must say I disagree. You know, I imagine it's thinking that I'm not really threatening this because of the queen here, but at the same time, trying to trap my bishop a little bit. White plays b4. Another very natural move. Pretty aggressive though, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, he's pushing the pawns and the pawn structure.
Attempting to force my bishop to the b file, and of course, having no other choice, I do so. I play this move, and
Yeah, because if he didn't play the knight there, we could have simply just gone for this. Because if he went with this, we could have done with this. But he put it there so he could put it.
This is precisely why Stockfish is the strongest engine in the world. It knows, and I beat it. No, even did Carlson beat Stockfish? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Maybe you should maybe play some couple of tournaments or something like that.
I think I might at some point. Anyway, yeah, this is why Stockfish is the best engine in the world, because it recognized the threat of bishop takes on d4. Alternatively, knight takes. Now, this is a very strong move here, because if I were to take... see, there would be takes, and then... I just win a queen. Never mind. So, next I played,
why did we do it? Why did we play that?
So, next I played knight to f6. Just trying to develop more pieces, perhaps providing more protection to this pawn here. Now, this is the first turning point in this game where Stockfish makes a mistake by playing rook to b1. Now, rook to b1 is a bit of a strange move because it doesn't really accomplish much. It does support this pawn here, but it also allows bishop to f5, which, as you can see, is what I play here.
Yep.
Very strong move. Now
we're
the best move. What were you saying? So now Stockfish has no choice but to push this rook into this abyss. Cluster of pieces. I have a fully developed bishop, very comfortably cutting off this diagonal here, restricting the queen, and among other things. Yeah, so it's very strong position for black, even though the eval bar is completely equal. But again, Stockfish is very. Now it's slightly in favor of white.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Stockfish, remember I beat you. So now this pawn is pushed, providing support to this pawn, which is a very...
He's over defending that pawn, the middle pawn.
Precisely, and I just play a very natural move, rook to e1, e8. I mean, sorry. And now it is suggesting this move, which would be a pretty strong move, pinning my knight to my rook. But of course, Stockfish makes a big mistake once again, and just redirects the knight with kind of blindly, I guess, trying to threaten my bishop in the future.
How is it supposed to get over there? No, like but this. you made a narrow
to here.
Yeah.
Well, accidentally.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe trying to pressure my bishop in the future, but of course this would have been a very strong move, pinning my knight to my rook.
Yeah,
as I said.
What would you do if it did pull out the
So the thing that I would have played, I wouldn't mind trading this probably for a double pawn. But I think what I would have done is I probably would have played this just to try to kick the bishop back or force a trade, in which case I would destroy my pawn structure for superior material gain. It's not actually a material gain because it's equal material. So next, I make according to Stockfish, I make an inaccuracy by playing queen to d6. Again, I had a very strong idea here. I recognized the threat of what was it? Wait, what was it? The idea was I was defending these two pieces, but I don't really know what. Okay, and next, Stockfish.
Inaccuracy. He just put his knight back where it was, I think.
Yep.
So
another inaccuracy.
Yeah.
Very, very,
disrupts the tempo.
very common theme here from Stockfish. Now, once again, according to Stockfish, I make an inaccuracy. I say otherwise. See, I like to play very aggressively, and I have potential ideas of trading on this square, or if white were to take, I would take back, providing me with a very comfortable square for my bishop to be x-raying this rook, and also simultaneously defending this pawn. Very good, but of course Stockfish, the engine that I beat, says it's an inaccuracy. And here we go with a mistake from Stockfish.
Damn.
Now I saw this coming. It was, the idea was to, I guess, attack my queen, but it's really not a serious threat here. Of course, there's another idea of, I suppose, maybe forking my rooks, even though it's defended 2 times.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I play a very natural move here.
No. Is that natural?
Yeah, queen to e7. Of course, defending this pawn, while also remaining on the same diagonal that I was on previously, and x-raying the king, and doubling up together with my rook here. Very strong. Now, Stockfish retreats, recognizing that there's nothing to be done here, and I play yet another move here. Very nice. Very clean move. Rook. Pawn to a5. Now with ideas of, if takes, I would.
I would. Wait, what?
What was it?
You take with the rook, or what?
I guess, yeah. I think it was to lift the rook, but then I'm also hanging a bishop and ruining my pawn structure. Okay, so what happens in the game is white takes my center pawn, which I left undefended with the intention of drawing this move, so that and of course Stockfish did end up falling for it, and I play yet another very natural move, queen to d6. Now lining up with opponent's queen, and, threatening this to be taken with an attack on the rook. Stockfish plays a very strong move here, possibly the best move of the game, at least from Stockfish's side, which is take the bishop, forcing me to ruin my pawn structure. I was hoping that this wouldn't happen, but I was prepared for it, as you'll see. Now Stockfish plays yet another bad move, makes another mistake, which allows me to threaten this rook with my pawn, and as you can see, that is what I do. Now if rooks are worth more material than say a knight, for example, so trading these pieces off would be very bad for white.
And it would actually improve your pawn structure.
Yes, it would.
If you would.
In the end.
Yeah.
Now, white blunders, of course. The idea here, I imagine, is to indirectly fork my pieces, meaning that I will inevitably lose one of them at some point, but it also allows me to take this rook, which is pretty terrible for white. And as you can see, I take the rook, very strong move.
Very strong.
Now I lose the bishop, but it is not the end of the world, because I play yet another very natural move here, with the idea of hitting the knight,
with the idea
perhaps
reinforcing
the pawn, with perhaps ideas of attacking on this side. On this side, yes. Now, what happens next is white continues to trying to attack my pieces here, with the idea of, once again, I guess taking this, threatening my queen, which would in turn leave my knight vulnerable. But I play this very strong move here, hitting the queen, getting my knight out of danger, forcing a move of the queen, because if it takes, I just take the queen. And of course, Stockfish does not want this, so Stockfish plays queen to d3, allowing me to allowing me to blunder my knight according to Stockfish. Actually, I do blunder my knight here.
How?
Well, idea is takes, and then I lose the knight with a pin on my rook.
Well, you lose your queen as well if you.
Yes, but it would be an equal trade of the queens, with white winning a minor piece on top of that, pinning my knight to my rook. Very, very strong from Stockfish here, and I think this is really what separates me from other chess players, is how I can handle adversity, because I will admit to you, I made a mistake here. This was not a good move. But as you can see, after Stockfish,
very natural move from Stockfish.
After Stockfish presses the advantage that it has on me, I immediately take my knight out of danger, winning a free pawn, and pretty much gaining back my position. Now, Stockfish would very much like to take my queen here, but I will not allow it.
Wait.
In fact, I will allow it. And this is a mistake from the engine. This is not a blunder under any circumstances, because I'm attacking the queen. So the idea here is, if this pawn were to take my queen, I would win the queen of my opponent, and of course my opponent can take back the knight, and I do not get any compensation for the queen that I lost. But I do have some ideas of eventually getting my rook to this rank, and
maybe promoting
some pawns
and good. Okay.
So next up, Stockfish of course blunders, and
wait, can't I take this?
So Stockfish plays a very, very poor move here. Of course, missing the opportunity to win a trade against me here, by taking my queen and then, taking back my knight eventually. And I retreat just as Stockfish did.
Yeah.
Now, this is a big threat. A checkmate in one move from Stockfish. This here would be the end of the game, and Stockfish would win the position.
We know that this guy, he gets out of it. It's slippery like an eel.
See, of course I see this immediately, and I get out of it by pushing this pawn here.
You made that move very fast.
I saw it as soon as
he just took it there. I was there. I was watching, and as soon as that queen was there, he like this, like instinct.
Yeah. So, of course, if queen takes, I just win. Win the queen, and of course, opponent does not want this. Now, I was thinking of throwing in a nice little check here before I push this pawn.
Nice little check.
But I evaluated the position, and I came to the conclusion that there was no forced checkmate here, and I did not want to risk the prospect of perhaps allowing this move to happen. So I just pushed this immediately. Now, opponent realizes that I have a very strong move here, potentially attacking on this queen here. I play a very strong move here, attacking the king, creating a bit of a mating attack of my own. opponent retreats back, pressuring the knight somewhat. You know, if this knight were to move somewhere,
Pressuring
this
the
would
knight.
be very, and if this pawn also moves, and I play a very aggressive move here, pitting this bishop to the king. And of course, Stockfish, out of pure desperation, delivers a check, to which I respond with a very, very powerful move here, king to g7, not allowing any further checks except for this one. And now Stockfish attempts to once again pressure my queen, winning connect 4 in the process. A very strong move from Stockfish, I must say. And of course I see that my queen is in danger, and I just retreat immediately, and simultaneously threatening checkmate in one move, because queen here would be absolutely devastating for white, in fact ending the game immediately. Now yet another desperate check. I move away, and Stockfish recognizes the threat of queen to e1 checkmate.
E1.
D1. D1.
E1.
It is E1. Good. Now, I did some Mikhail Tal calculations here, and I sacrificed a rook, forcing a queen move here. Because if the king were to take, there would be a forced checkmate somewhere. I'm not sure.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I forgot. Here? Isn't this? Is it? Wait, no. The queen defense. So there was a forced checkmate anyway. I'm not gonna try to find it. It was a bit of a trap. Very tricky move here. No, the idea was, I think if takes, I push the pawn right with check.
Yeah.
And then king would have to move back, and I would mate on this diagonal. And Stockfish plays the only reasonable move, which is queen takes rook, to which I had a magnificent response in pushing this pawn, hitting the queen, forcing a trade of a queen sacrifice from Stockfish. Now Stockfish ends up taking this rook, which is of course an inaccuracy because
he's desperate now.
Because I have this very strong move skewering the king from the rook, which I of course play, and I win the rook. The knights defend each other, so there's no risk of the king taking this. White plays this move, very kind of reminiscent of a person who has no ideas.
What?
I take the only remaining minor piece, which is the knight, and white moves away with the king. Of course, I deliver a nice check there. I bring my queen down to try to force a trade of this pawn for a bishop by pushing this, because I'd be threatening some pretty bad stuff if I push that. So another interesting move here. White plays this, not sure why. I deliver a check just for good measure, and then I push this up, and white has no choice but to sacrifice the bishop. I win the bishop, and the remaining moves are just me dancing around the king and gaining some pawns here.
Just to humiliate.
Just for humiliation, you know. I didn't actually need them. I just wanted to prove a point, essentially, to the very powerful computer engine. And now I just begin pushing my pawn. White doesn't know what to do, really. And with two queens on the board, white stands no chance. I deliver a nice
beautiful check.
and a final blow in the form of a queen d5 checkmate. Now this was a good game. This was a good game. So
this game was pretty quick. About what was it?
About 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
I played pretty fast, and for someone who has only been playing chess for about 4 months, not even 4 months.
I think 3, maybe. Yeah.
We started in January, I'm pretty sure. So it's only about 2 or 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, we're improving a lot.
Yeah. So this was my game against Stockfish level 8. I really I'm pretty happy with the result. I don't think there wasn't much that I could have done better here. So
there's so much to learn from this game, guys. I'd like you to check it out, check this video out, share it with your family and everyone who plays chess, because this one is for the ages, guys. This is really one of the most magnificent matches I've ever seen. So the tension was at an all-time high when I was watching this. I was sweating bullets, guys.
That's pretty much all we have for today. Thank you.
We're gonna stream.
We're gonna stream right now. Of course, this won't be right now for you because this video will be up after the stream.
Yeah, but if you see this video, I want you to go check us out on Twitch. Go follow us there. It's good. We
play consistently. We stream everything
scheduled.
everything from chess to Geometry Dash to Minecraft to anything you want us to play. League of Legends also, of course. I'm just happy to have mastered yet another skill, and I'll see you. I'll see you next time, guys. So, I won't leave you hanging like Stockfish left their queen hanging.